It is important for NATO to send a clear signal of NATO unity, of NATO presence, and that an attack on one ally will trigger the response from the whole alliance. And by having multinational presence, multinational battle groups in the Baltic countries and Poland, we send a message about NATO resolve and NATO unity. It is important to remember that NATO battle groups are only one part of a bigger picture. We are increasing our ability to reinforce if needed. We have tripled the size of the NATO response force. We have established a new spearhead force, a brigade, which is able to move within days. And we have also strengthen the link between national home defense forces, for instance the Latvian forces, and NATO forces by establishing something called the NATO Force Integration Units, or small headquarters in the three Baltic states, Poland, and also Romania, Bulgaria, and some other countries in the eastern part of the alliance. So we are doing a lot to both increase our presence. We have also forward presence in Romania, Bulgaria, and the southeast of the alliance, in Poland and the Baltic countries, and then our ability to reinforce if needed. So all of this is our response. We don't see any imminent threat against any NATO ally, but we see a more assertive Russia. A Russia which has significantly increased its military presence in this region, and which has invested heavily in defense military for many years, and most importantly a Russia which has been willing to use military force against a neighbor, against Ukraine, and also against Georgia. So this is the reason why NATO is responding. We are responding in a measured, proportionate way. We don't seek confrontation. We don't want a new Cold War. Actually, we seek dialogue with Russia, but we have to send a clear message to avoid or prevent any misunderstanding, any miscalculation. NATO stands as one for all for one. That's the best way to prevent conflict. And, this is not always an easy dialogue. Actually, it's a difficult dialogue between NATO and Russia, but that's exactly why it is important, because when tensions run high, when there are challenges, then it's even more important that we have open channels for political dialogue, addressing transparency, predictability, risk reduction, to avoid any misunderstandings, any miscalculations, any incidents, and if incidents happen, prevent them from spiraling out of control. So political dialogue is part of NATO's dual-track approach to Russia. NATO is here to protect all allies. We stand as one. An attack on one ally will trigger the response from the whole alliance.